In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace a front caliper on a Jeep Patriot located on both front wheels. So before I do any hydraulic work on calipers, flex hoses, or anything, I like to take the brake pedal and bring it all the way to the floor. And in this case, I'm going to have a hood rod. You can use like a pry bar, and I'm going to keep the pedal all the way down, use the driver's seat, and hold it in place. Now with that pressure on there, it'll stop it from leaking constantly. So with a 19mm socket, we're going to remove the tire. If your tire is frozen on, always put a lug nut back on partially by hand tight. Give it a bang. So I'm going to take my wheel, I'm going to turn it to make it easy to work on and expose the back of that caliper. So now I can see those brackets and my flex hose. So we're going to take the flex hose off the caliper. That's a 14mm wrench or socket. Make sure you have a catch basin below, which I'm ready to go. Take that bolt out all the way. Now you see the fluid's not coming out of the hose because we have that pedal pressed down, the brake pedal does. We have it all pressed down, set it aside. That's just the residual from the caliper. Now we're going to go straight to the caliper to knuckle bolts, and that is an 18mm. So 18mm, we'll break them free. Get the top one. Grab a hold of that caliper and get ready to take that top bolt off. And I'm just going to let it drain right in my catch bucket. So we have our old caliper and our new, and I'm going to transfer the pads over. So to do that, I'm just going to take a 14mm and I'm going to take the slider pins out. Set those aside. And there's our pads. So I'm going to take these out, place them in the spot that I want them in, and now we can discard this caliper completely. Now with our new caliper, even though it's new, I'm going to take it apart because I want to make sure that I have enough paste inside the slider pins and prep it properly. 14mm socket. Pay attention to where the pins come out. One of them might have a boot on it. There's that one. The boot goes on the actual bottom on this particular car. Now they're all nice and clean. We don't have to worry about where the tins go, but I'm going to prep it with a little silicone paste or caliper grease, whichever you prefer, right on the base where the tins go. The tins are the same top and bottom. I'm going to line that tin up and snap it right down on there. I'm going to do the same to the other side. The silicone paste prevents any water from building up underneath the tins and creating an actual rust barrier, which would swell and cause pressure on the brake pad. Now we know the boots are new, they're brand new, but we're definitely going to put some silicone paste on the inside of that boot. So I'll take a screwdriver. I like to try to put some right inside the dimples. That keeps it buoyant for the future. Let's do both sides. Then I'm going to grab my pins, knowing it mounts this way, and the pin with the rubber boot goes on the bottom. This is all they put on, was a little bit on the edge top tip there. We want it on that whole pin. So we want it coated just like this, top and bottom pins. We're going to set those aside because we'll put them on inside the car. Because now we can put our base caliper bracket on, then our pads, then our new caliper. Let's go put this on the car. So now we're going to take that caliper bracket, slide it right over the rotor, line it up in that knuckle, get our mounting bolts, start them by hand. There we go. That's the 18mm socket. We're just going to bottom it out and then torque it. $18mm socket, and the foot-pounds is 80 foot-pounds for the caliper bracket to knuckle. Let's get the top. Double check. Okay. Now we're going to install our brake pads. Now we can grab our caliper and the pins. Put the top pin on first. And now grab the bottom pin. Remember, the bottom pin is the one with the rubber bushing. And that's a 14mm socket. We'll snug those up, then torque them. Torque spec for that, the caliper to bracket slider pins, is 32 foot-pounds. Double check. Now at this point I like to take the boots here and squeeze them, get any air out, make sure that they function properly. And now we can put our flex hose on. That's going to go right here. So we're going to take the new banjo bolt and copper washers off. Now you're going to take your banjo bolt, put a brand new copper washer on the actual flare side where the washer is, like the head of the bolt, and you're going to bring that right through. Now follow the tension on that hose, make sure it's not twisted, and you'll see the cutout on the top of this caliper. That's where the hose is going to sit. Put our other secondary new washer on that side, threaded side, and definitely start it by hand. 12mm socket or wrench. And when it bottoms out right there, go about another quarter turn. Perfect. Now we can release our brake pedal. We've checked our master, it's full, and we're going to pump up the brake. This is filling up the caliper and the flex hose from anything that drained out. There we go. Now I have a pedal. Now we'll go gravity bleed. So now we're going to gravity bleed, and we're going to loosen up the bleeder screw, and it's a 9/32 or a 7mm socket or wrench, and we'll break that open. So after several minutes and we see no more air coming out, we feel like it's safe. We can just close that up, snug it up, 7mm. Clean it up, put our boot back on. Just going to take some of the parts cleaner. Put the boot back on. Now check the brake pedal. If it feels like it doesn't travel to the floor, you're all set. If you feel like you have any air still in the system, you should move forward and perform a full bleed. Now we can put our tire back on. Just hand start the lug nuts. That's a 19mm socket. We're just going to snug it up before we torque it and do it in a star pattern. Okay, now we can lower it and torque it to specs. Wheel torque is 100 foot-pounds. We're going to torque it in a star pattern. So before we get started, I'm going to take all the old brake fluid out. But while you're here, you might as well check your cap and see if it tells you exactly what brake fluid to put in. And this particular cap does not. So you're going to have to go refer your manual. It should be like a .3 or .4. Take the cap off, and I have like a little siphoner. You can use a turkey baster. Anything that you can get down in there to get the fluid out. And you're going to keep doing this till you get all the fluid out. So we're going to top off our master. Make sure the cap is on tight. The bleeding sequence for this Jeep Patriot is left rear first, then right front second, right rear third, and then you end at the left front. So we're at the left rear, and I'm going to tell my helper, go ahead and pump it up. I'm going to take our safety boot off, our clean boot. And then I have a little catch basin to catch that fluid. This is going to be an 8mm wrench. I'm just going to put it on there, then put our bleeder on. Opening. I'm going to close it up. Pump it up. Average standard is like 3 to 4 times before you see no more air bubbles.
Holding.
Opening. Closing it. Pump it up.
Holding.
Opening. I'm going to do it one more time. Closed. Pump it up.
Holding.
Opening. You see, oh, I just got air bubbles there. So I'm going to do it one more time. Closed. Pump it up.
Holding.
There we go. All right, you can pump it up, and then we're going to go to the right front wheel. Put my cover back on, and let's go to the right front. Take that cap off, grab our fluid, and top it off. Now it's topped off. Put the cap back on, and we'll continue bleeding. So I'm going to have my driver turn the wheel. Just turn it to the right a little bit so we can access it a little bit easier. Now I'm going to remove my boot, dust boot, keep that. And I'm going to put my 8mm wrench on. You can go ahead and pump it up. Put my catch basin on. And we're going to open the bleeder. Pump it up. Pump it up. Probably do this 2 more times.
Holding.
Closed. Pump it up.
Holding.
Pump it up. Okay, we're going to put our dust boot on. Now our bleeding's all done. Pedal feels good, so we're going to top off our master and then road test it. Make sure the cap is on tight. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.